Edited. Live, uncut, unedited.
Come on in.
Tell the truth
And
and
what?
shame the devil.
All righty. We definitely going to do that. We're going to tell the truth and we're going to shame the devil. All right, people. All right. Come on in. I think this would be a great, interesting topic for today. I'm in a little early today. All right. All right. Where my YouTube family at? I don't see them. All right. Nathan, I looked at that link and I didn't even do anything. What's up, Brandon Davis? Let me look at that link, Nathan. I did look at it, but I didn't even open it up. I'm sorry, Nate. I'm sorry. Live, uncut, unedited. Come on in, come on in, come on in, come on in. Wow, come on in. Wow. Yeah, okay, Nate, I get it. Wow. What's up, Chad? I see you. I see you. Miss Rogers, good evening. I see you. Brandon, I'm hanging on in there. I'm hanging on in. I tell you, I'm hanging. I'm hanging. I tell you, I am hanging on in there. There go my YouTube family. Before I get started today, I want to acknowledge my out-of-towners. All right, I got me a caller here already. Is that Dr. Sanders? Yeah, that must be. That's already. Girl, this is gonna be a good subject. I didn't even see you call. Just hold on, Dr. Sanders. Let me warm us up real quick. You know, I gotta warm us up because sometimes we move a little slow though. All right, Lee, what's going on? Barbara Melvin, what's going on? All right, Angelique Richards. All right, Dr. Sanders, I didn't know you was on the line. All right, people, listen. This is going to be an interesting, and this is for grown folks on now. If you're a baby, you need to scroll on some past this and go somewhere else. This is adult only. Adult content only. Conversation. That's it. Point blank. You remember back in our day, Dr. Sanders, when our parents was talking, we had to go in the room. We couldn't sit and listen to grown folks' conversation. You did. So I'm rewinding that in my day. So if you're not grown, you might as well pass this. Trust me. And don't try to call in because I'm going to bust you if you do. Trust me. I got a good Nina. What's going on? All right. Any out-of-towners in here? I'm looking for my out-of-towners today. Will Lightfoot make it hard to do what you do? Yeah, you know, she's trying to eliminate that crime chasing. Y'all know what time that is. Trying to do it. Ivan, live, uncut, unedited, people. That's right. That is all right. Ladies, I don't know what you might hear today. You might hear something to help you. You might hear something that's going to surprise you or shock you. You just never know with live, uncut, and edited. This unscripted. I don't have nothing written down, Dr. Sanders. I promise you. I don't have nothing written down. I ain't got nothing. We just going to go with the flow. You know, that's what we're going to do. Go with the flow. That's what we're going to do. And I need some honest men to come on here and talk. Because, see, I'm going to start it off now. You know, now, y'all listen, Dr. Sanders, I think we had a conversation about this other day about that gentleman, that workout guy. And I made a statement about these older men. And now, listen, now come on now. We got to tell the truth and shame the devil now. Yep. We got to tell the truth. Kevin Thomas, what's up, man? I'm going to need your family. I'm going to need you on this. Angelique Richards from the low end state to the lake. Okay. All right, listen. People, this is real. This is no joke. Again, this is adult content. We don't want no children on this live. Don't even try to call in. Trust me. This is adult conversation only. Okay? Now we might be a little explicit today, but we got to tell the truth and what?
Tell the truth
And what?
and shame the devil.
That's what we got to do. That's what that we bound by that. We got to do it. Look at these ladies coming to here, boy. All these ladies knows everything. Men fantasies are now called secrets. Well, that's what they are. They are definitely secrets. And you know, and listen, they are secrets. Listen, you'll be surprised what men think. But let me just tell y'all something. Let me be real honest with you. Some men have these secret fantasies. They perform them, but they go right on home and lay under mama. And when I say mama, wife, or girlfriend, live-in girlfriend or live-in whatever, you know, they go home and they play their role. They do what a man's supposed to do, but it's an ugly side about that you don't know about. And he would never want you to even know. I'm going to tell you. And I'm going to say this, but I never filmed this though. When I lived in Inglewood, I never forget. And right there on 71st, 73rd, right around up in there, it was transgender prostitutes out there. Male prostitutes, that's what I'm going to call them. And it was a lot of nice looking men pulling them over, getting them in their car, nice cars. And I wouldn't dare film that. I probably wouldn't be living today if I filmed that. I said, I ain't going to do it. But I'm telling you, ladies, these men like what they like. And I always say every man and every woman know their appetite. At the end of the day, you might have a woman on your arm, but you know in your heart, in your hearts of heart, you want a man. Maybe you want a man, but you want him to act like a woman. You want his feminine quality so you can feel like you're conquering him. Oh man, I'm telling the truth. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I'm telling the truth. Lord, y'all gonna get me. I know y'all gonna get me, but I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. Now listen, didn't that young lady get on here last night and told the truth? She told the truth. She said, I slept with my husband's friend. She told the truth. He came over, listened to me doing my poetry. It didn't happen right away, but she said in a span of 2 years. But whenever it happened, it did happen. So listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. And Dr. Sanders, and I'm gonna try to say this as clean as possible. Men like horse, and our term is hoes. That's what I might say. That they like that. Now, will they marry one? I don't think so. No. Will they bring one home to mama?
Well,
no. Let me just say that. I'm gonna let you talk, Dr. Sanders. I'm gonna let you talk. I promise I'm gonna let you have it. Let you do what you do. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, men use their imagination. Okay. A lot of you ladies out there, they don't have to use their imagination because they see everything. You show them everything. You showing them areas on your body should nobody see but your husband, maybe your boyfriend, the one that you're intimate with. They don't have to imagine too much. And I'm keeping it serious, people. I see some of y'all young ladies, pictures with your booty up front. You know, booty tooted up in the air. And I'm gonna say this, and no disrespect to women, booty don't mean body. Because you got a booty, that don't mean you got a body. I just want to tell you that, okay? I just want to get that out there, okay? All right, because every man got their choice. Listen, you got some men out here like feet, toes. You got some men out here like pretty teeth. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. You got some men like long hair. You got some men, look at Dr. Sanders, you can't hold it. You got some men like women bald head. Listen, I'm telling y'all the truth. You got some men like breasts. Some of them like them small and some like them large. You got some men out here that like booties, buttocks. They like it. You got some men like women with gaps. They not going to tell you that. Then you got some men that like a full figure woman. They like them so big they can't carry them if something happens. I'm telling you, you just don't know. And you'll be surprised what draw people together. You know what? That reminds me of that scripture, Dr. Sanders, and I don't mean to get religious, but the scripture said beauty is in the eyes of the what? Beholder. That's it. So what I see or think is beautiful It may not be beautiful to the next man. And I'm telling you, you got all types of people. You got some men out here, they married to a chocolate woman, but they infatuated with light-skinned women. You got some men are attracted to women with pretty eyes. And you got some men out here that's not attractive to hair weave, nor those eyelashes that you wear. That don't turn on no man. Or your arch eyebrows, that do not turn a man on. I can tell you the things that turn a man on, if I may say. Hair can turn men on. Okay. Pretty teeth can turn men on. Nice smile, good conversation. Breast can turn men on. Buttocks, flat stomach can turn men on as well. Pretty toes, that can turn men on as well. Don't forget the buttocks, that can turn men on. And sometimes it's the inner beauty too that can turn men on. Now, since I told you the things that turn men on, can I tell y'all what turns us off? Can I say it, Doctor? Can I be truthful, Dr. Sanders? Can I really be truthful? Okay, I just can't listen. Let me just say this. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Now, I understand that some of our men are not doing well, and I understand that the women are degreed, the most educated here in America. I understand that they have career jobs. I understand that they are the breadwinners. I understand that most women are black women are head of household. I understand all that, but I'm gonna tell you what a man really don't like. A man do not, or he feel intimidated of a woman that he can't impress. And if you a woman that have traveled, have had children, different relationships, and done everything, got your own car, there's no really way he can impress you. That's intimidating to him. He can't buy you nothing because you can buy your own self that. I'm just telling you. Those some of the things. And a woman, listen, men do not like women that stand in their face and talk to them like they're a little boy, a kid. They don't like that. They don't like that. Well, Martin, he act like a little boy. I'm gonna treat like a little boy. They don't like that, people. I'm just telling you. I'm just telling you some of the things that they don't like. They just don't like. And a man, when he have a woman or live-in woman, when he ready, he's ready. Now, when he touch you and you push his hand back, that turns him off and that makes him look toward the street. I'm just telling the truth, Dr. Sanders. I got to tell the truth. A woman, a man, let me say that, a man like a freak in the sheets and a woman in the streets. That's what. And another thing a man don't like, when another man is in his house when he's not there. Well, you say, well, Martin, I pay all the bills in that house. He can't tell me who to let in there. Men just don't like that. They don't even want their own brother in their house when they're not there. Their father, the maintenance man, the ComEd man. They don't want the cable man in there when they're not in there. The landlord. I'm just saying, ladies. Now, you can get mad at me if you want to and run away with all this, but I got to tell the truth, man. What? Shame the devil.
Tell the truth. And shame the devil.
And I'm going to tell you, too, men don't like for their women to dress half naked. Now, don't get me wrong. We like to look at half naked women and all that, but we don't want our women on our arm half naked. We want her covered up, but we looking at it. And I'm going to tell you, men don't like all that hair weave, but guess what? They're not going to tell you that they don't like it, but they'll go talk to Candy, and Lala and Tracy and all that, and I'm going to tell you, ladies, those of you out there that's thinking you sucking men out of money. Now, let me share a secret with you. If you out there getting money from men that a man that's not your man, you know what it called, tricking off, whatever you want to call it. It's like this. This is the gospel truth. Men do not pay you to stay. They pay for you to go. Let me say it again. They do not pay for you to stay. They pay for you to go. They don't want the nagging back and forth. They just want to have fun and act out their secret fantasies. I'm telling you, you got some men, they into swinging. They into role playing. They into inviting other women into their bedrooms. I got to tell the truth, ladies. You might have one sleeping with you and you don't know the other side of him. See, it's the girlfriend on the side. Let me hold up. She know he got a towel over his head with you because he don't want you to judge him. But the little chick on the side, oh my God, he can do everything. He can sodomize and oral, do all of things. I got to tell the truth. I'm not trying to sound too nasty and porno style. You got some men out here that's addicted to porn. They want their woman to porn turns them on. It gets them in the mood. You got some men out here. Some of you ladies, you was nice and beautiful when they met you. Now you all dressed down and your man ain't appealing to you no more. He's not, the chase is over. Men, we chase. That's what we do. We chase. Even though we may not keep what we chase, but it's a hunt. We like to hunt. We hunters by nature. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. Men love women. They certain women. Some of y'all women out there, you'll never get flowers. Some of you women, you'll never meet his brothers and sisters. Some of you women out there, you'll never meet his mother and father. Matter of fact, some of you women right now, listening and watching me right now, you don't even know your man's real name because he didn't even tell you. Some of y'all don't even know the real name. You got men like that, they secret like that. They're gay. Hey, my name Hercules. Well, what's your real name? Hercules. That's what they call me. And you sleeping with Hercules, and you ain't never seen Hercules. I'm just using the name. I'm trying not to call nobody out. Some of you guys have had babies by some of these men in the street, and you don't even know their real name. You've never seen their identification. I'm gonna go further than that. You don't even know where they live at, but they got the keys to your apartment, to your house. They drive in your car. You know nothing about them. Trust me. And some men that's living with you, it's just for convenience, for a place to stay. They know they ain't got to pay no rent. All they got to do is come on and smoke a little weed with you, pop a couple of pills, drink a little alcohol, and sex you up. You treat him like a toy, and he playing his role like a toy. You got some men old as me sitting at home on a video game right now. Right now, and your baby screaming and hollering. He ain't paying attention to the baby. Screaming and hollering from the top of her lungs or his lungs. He hungry. He won't even go in there and fix him a grilled cheese sandwich. You got to be careful, women, who you're entertaining. But listen, Dr. Sanders, I'm going to go a little further than this. You better watch your man when he get up 3 o'clock in the morning and go to the bathroom because he might be visiting another room. You think you walk around, you think you the prize. That 13-year-old daughter in his mind is the prize. I'm telling you, this is real, people. We don't like to talk about it in the black community. We don't like to talk about it in the black church, but it's real. Grandmama know her son's a pedophile. Shh. She don't want to say nothing. You know your son has tried to molest 2 or 3 children in the family. Shame on you, Grandma. You know it. You know it. I'm telling the truth and shame the devil today. I'm speaking from a man's perspective. I know some of y'all don't want to hear this, but these are men fantasies. You got some men, they like boy cat. And I ain't going to tell you what, if you don't know what it is, you'll figure it out. That's what they like. And if you got a man that's running to your back door, read between the lines, and he don't want to go in the garage, read between the lines, something wrong with him. All he wants is go in your back door, something wrong. You better question that. I'm telling you, you better question that. Anything. So I'm trying to keep it clean, Dr. Sanders. I'm really trying to keep it clean. Let me look at what some of you want to talk. I'm going to put some of these comments up here.
It's the truth. Well, let me tell you something. You talk about fantasy with men, but there's some men that love booty holes.
That's what I'm just saying. I didn't say
They're
yeah.
infatuated by that.
Yes, they are. They get off on
Well,
that.
it's the truth. Just call it what it is.
Mm-hmm.
They love that. And the thing about it is that a lot of older men, and I've seen this in the church world, just like ridiculously out of control. You're 80 something and these girls are 20. Number one, let's be realistic here. Let's
Mm-hmm.
just call it what it is. A lot of them have a fetish
Mm-hmm.
for young flesh because it makes them feel like they're not old. But this is the thing. That is a short-lived fantasy. You know why?
Let me say
Because
something. Let
they'll
me say,
pay the
Doc
highest.
said, stop it. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Men like younger women because it keeps them feeling like they're young. It's just a fantasy. That's all. Listen, what can a 50-year-old, 54-year-old man do to a young lady 22 in the bed? If I'm messing with 22, you just really all you can do is give your money and probably give us more or a little something. But you come on now. In reality, come on now. Come on now. Come on. All right, go ahead, Doc Sands. I'm sorry, I hate to say that.
They end up having, they be having, no, that's okay, no, it's the truth.
Mm.
But the thing about it is that, see, they fail to realize this. These men that are older, you think that you give an old girl something, will see the money and buying her whatever it is to keep you satisfied. I'm just gonna come out there with it. She can't suck you off no harder than how you standing.
Mm-hmm.
Because she gets tired with her mouth. She gets real tired, but on the side, she gonna always have her stiff one. Because she know what she can do with the stiff one. All you are worth is nothing. You can't get anything else because your health is starting to decline. You're not taking care of yourself. You have some men that in their 70s that still get it on. But at a short time in your life, you wear yourself out. Then you broke. Then when you try to make these girls a wife, you're not gonna be happy with them. You're not gonna be happy with them because they're not gonna be able to be the woman that you think that they should be. I've seen it happen. These men, especially if they were married before and they got money from off their late wife's insurance, all they doing is buying you clothes, hats, purses. I done seen it in the church. And I'm like, are you really kidding me? I've seen it to the point where these men can sit up and live a double standard life. They will literally go and buy a house separately from where they live at.
I get you, Carl.
In the house with that woman when they get ready to. And then they'll go back home as if ain't nothing happened. You know why? Because they have a fantasy. Their fantasy is when you talk about doing threesome, that's what they call menage a trois. So you're getting down together. A lot of them don't talk about that. That's what they want to do. Or they want to sit up and have, Martin, let's really call it what it is.
Let's call them,
where the
tell the
girl
truth.
got 3 guys. The girls got 3 guys. Oh, I've heard the conversation. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. And they're like, oh, yeah, I don't mind doing 3 with 3 men. Where one is in my mouth, one is in my vagina, one is in my boob.
That's porno style. But this is real. Hey, Dr. Sanders, hold that thought right there. Hold that thought right there, Dr. Sanders. Hey, caller, 9433, where you calling from? Caller?
From Chicago.
Oh, Lord, I got my sister. Yeah. Come on, sister, tell the truth and shame the devil. Oh, my God. Come on, sister, talk to us.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing wonderful today.
Me and Will live a double life. I knew about 2 or 3 men was married and was living a double life. And they had one woman in one house. And they had their girlfriend with them at the next house. So they do love young sluts. They do.
Yeah. Because I'm going to tell you, you got some men. Listen, they ain't lying because I don't want nothing too old. I'll be honest with you. Listen, I got to tell you the truth now, but I don't want nothing too young now. Listen, you got some men out here that's not going to talk. They'll have sex with a young person, but there's no connection when it comes to conversation with that young person. What can you talk about to a young? There's no conversation but sex. Get that money up. That's it. You know what I'm saying? And a young woman.
Let me say something.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Just like that fool I told you about. Number one, he lied about his age. And then you tried to run circles around this girl. But then when things didn't work out the way that you wanted to, then you pull in another female, and then you want to sit up and dog that one that you was with, and you still was trying to get with her and sending her stuff and doing stuff. But then you hear from the other woman, and then you come to an inappropriate place, and then you want that woman to jump on her because you're mad. See, that's another thing. Because you sitting up here with your old behind, you call yourself a man of God, and you fornicating. But then you want to get on social media and act like you're the wizard of the word. It don't work like that.
Hey, Dr.
Now, you got to pay a piper. I'm just trying to tell you the truth. I've seen it happen. And let me tell you something. These women have been married to men for 99 years. Let me say something to you. I've known of guys, and I would just listen. Because I love listening, Martin. I don't like doing a lot of talking. I like listening. Because I've been trying to figure out what in the world is going on. I remember a person, he dead now, and he shared with me, he said, my wife had the vegetable man in my house. Martin, it was funny you mentioned that. While I'd be going to work. The vegetable man playing all up in his house. She at home. She gambling on the computer. And he turned around and he said, you know what? I don't care no more. Because he sliced out a lot of stuff in his insurance policy where she couldn't get a lot of money anymore. And so what he did, he took care of the basic stuff. But he's like, I want to divorce her. He said, but I don't want to end up losing more because I've been married to her for over 40-something years. So they would rather have a secret life and get treated the way that they feel they're going to be treated because they don't trust their wife.
All right. Hold it right there, Dr. Sanders.
That's going on.
Okay.
That's out there.
872-299-0808. We need looking for more callers, male or female. 872-297-6389. This is live, uncut, unedited. Men and their fantasy. You can call it secret fantasies, but they're out there, and we all know people like this. Some of us is like this. You know, it's different strokes for different folks. What floats your boat, I don't know, but this is adult content. No children, please. No children call in. I'm not accepting your call. This is adult content. This is for adults only. Trust me, this is real. And you got some married couples, they in swinger clubs and things like that, and they're open with their sexuality. You know, it's going on out here. It's real. It's definitely real. You got couples out here that's open. They swingers. You know, they swapping partners.
They swapping, and that means, you know, I'm gonna do your husband or my girlfriend or my boyfriend and all of that. That's so nasty. You know, white folks do all that crap. But my whole thing is that stuff there, as you say, they be sitting there fantasizing about your woman or your wife, and they want to run up in her. They want to know how it feels. And you don't be knowing that you have male friends that are like that because it's a fantasy. I want to know how it is. I've heard so many men
listen.
make my head hurt.
I'm gonna tell you.
I promise you, Martin. When you talk about hair, let me say this. There are some Southern men that don't like makeup. There are some Southern men that don't like weaves, wigs, or whatever. They are old school guys from the South. Some of them are just normal guys that like somebody that if they're in love with them and they're in love with them. A lot of the Southern men that are not fantasy guys, they are good guys, you know, and you don't really know them until you meet them. But you got some of the Southern guys come up here and get them a city girl in a heartbeat. Because they already know what the Southern girl
I heard about them Southern guys.
Oh, yeah, I'm hitting you with it.
Dr. Sanders, I heard about them Southern guys sleeping with sheep and stuff like and chickens and all that. I heard about, I heard about them.
You know, well, I'm just telling you. Yeah. But I'm telling you because I was in the South, in the city. But the thing about it is that a lot of times when those Southern men come to the city, any city, it could be New York, it could be Detroit, they get turned out by a girl, the whole world is upside down. Because they know how the girls in the South are.
Okay.
They already know.
I got another.
They come to the city and they get a taste of the city girls.
I got another caller. Hey, caller, 6970. You live, uncut, unedited with the crime chaser, Mark G. Hey, caller, come on, talk to us.
Martin, I'm over here.
Lord, that's my partner, y'all. Vera Giles Norris. I'm putting her on blast. Lord, Vera, I got to tell the truth and shame the devil.
The truth
And what?
and shame the devil.
Hey, man.
Hey,
Go ahead, sister.
with some freaky tales, these are the tales that I tell.
So well, yeah.
These are the tales.
And listen to some of them songs. They tell you the truth. That rap song, it would tell the rap, yeah.
Right?
Go ahead, Vera, talk to us.
But you know what? You know what, Martin? I just called to say that, man, you didn't leave no stone unturned. The cats are all out the bag. They running around, and the only thing that I can say for sure, everything don't apply to everybody.
Thank you.
But everybody got their freaky tale.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody, and you would be surprised when you start going down these dark tunnels and seeing what these freaky people really do like and what they want to do. Now, I ain't gonna say too much, but I'm listening.
Listen.
And you ain't wrong. You ain't told no lies.
They know I ain't told no lie. I'm 54. I live my life. I tell you. I've been out here, and I didn't had my little sins going on and all that. But I tell you one thing, people. One thing I do know: sex will kill you. It would take you up out of here. Trust me. It will give you a death sentence. That it will. Now I know. You know, men. I've been in circles. Men tell me, "Hey, I did this to her, and I did this." And the first thing come out of my mouth, how much you give her? So don't tell me you the man, you paying. See, they always leave that part out, and they leave this part out too. I'm talking to the younger men now and women. You didn't tell the part, but when you went to the clinic that you're on medication for 2 weeks, you didn't tell that part. You did not tell that part that you got burnt, right? You didn't tell that part at all. You didn't tell that part. See, men.
And you know what?
Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No. I'll hold my thought. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. I can hold my thought.
Okay. Well, you know what I was about to say, Mark? You know, they got that song, say it ain't tricking if you got it.
Right.
But some of these men are tricking because they ain't got it. So you can't rob Peter to kind of get your Peter up or to play in the picture. They ain't paid the rent. They ain't paid the car note. They ain't took care of the kids. So it's tricking because you ain't got it. Now, I can respect a man that is taking care of everything. Woman ain't worried. Wife ain't worried. Bills paid. Kids eat. But, brother, if you taking your money and you ain't paid the bills and your wife and your children ain't taken care of, you tricking, and shame on you because you ain't got it like that. And all you do is chasing after that, you know, that hard on, chasing after that fantasy. I guarantee you, God don't like ugly. He ain't too crazy for pretty. And there is I give zero respect to that man that do that. The other thing is, Martin, here's the little, because we talking about men and the whole topic is about men, but I don't want to leave no woman unturned. You got a lot of little freaky women out here too, and these women, old and young. You got a woman, these young women, they like the older men because they want that daddy feeling. They want to be able to lay down with an older man, and he ain't even got to have the money. They just like how he lays. They just like how advanced he is. He could be a broke older man, and they still want some of that old man because them young men don't know how to hit them spots and they don't know how to play like daddy can. Daddy know how to go spots. And then you got an old regular woman right now. Old regular woman. You know, she up in age. But when that young penis come over there, man, he handling it. And she loving it. And that's why she don't have to have him a PlayStation, buy him some gym shoes, because mama getting what she wants. So I'm just saying, you know, we can wake it up on that level too. Now, as for me, I don't judge none of them.
I say even when it comes to adultery, we can't judge the adulterer. Only God can. So I tell people, do what you can do, but know this: do what you do, but know one thing about karma: it's gonna come after you. That's just my 2 cents.
Here's a gentleman. This one.
I'm gonna say this. Some of y'all old men. Let me just say this part, and I'm gonna be done with it. These old men that's taking all these pills. Y'all got the Neutrogene, and you're going to the gas station getting them pills. You got all that stuff. I tell you, it may be good for your head, but it ain't good for your heart. And after a while, one of them gonna catch up with the other one, because you want to be able to take the pills and lay down with these young women, keep y'all going all night. You just want to get you a little hit it and quit it, and them little young girls, they still ready to roll, and y'all constantly taking them pills. That's why they drop you dead, because some of them pills ain't good for you.
Let me just say something.
Now, one thing about mama is she can open them later and keep them open, because a woman can always open up. A woman can look up longer than a man can look down. A woman can always open them later.
That's the truth.
Or toot that booty up. She can always do that.
That's the truth. 872-299-0808. Somebody said, Paul said, they all on OnlyFans and Snapchat, sexually exploiting themselves. Now they got a new thing out where you got the little thing where you can hit them on their Cash App or Zelle them or Cash App them some money or something, and you can get a chance to see a show. They give you a show. You might can see a woman playing with herself. You even got sites where men pay you to look at your feet. You know, it's crazy, booty. Listen, a man uses his imagination. I tell you.
Let me tell you.
Go ahead.
This was around 2006, and I was working at Fort City at the time at the mall, and I met this guy, and he saw me working in there, the sales associate, and he said, "Oh, you're a beautiful woman, blah blah blah." I said, "Thank you." He said, "I would like to take you out." I said, "Huh?" And so, I said, "No, I don't know who you are. You could be Jack the Ripper, you could be John Wayne Gacy, you could be Jeffrey Dahmer." He chased me for 3 months. And then he said, "Well, can I at least take you out there? I've been begging you to go out to this." I said, "Okay." So then we went out to eat, very nice restaurant. And then he said, I want to tell you something. He said, "You're a beautiful woman." He said, this is what he told me. He said, "Do you think you can have children again? Because I don't have any, and I want to get married, but I also love feet. And I want to rub your I told my girlfriend about to go back to Gafford.
But listen.
I said, "My feet."
Hey.
He said, "Yeah." Under the dinner table, I said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "I told you I love feet. Let's go shop. I'll buy you some shoes. I love feet." I'm like, oh my God. He forgot about my face. He didn't bother about looking at nothing else. He was on my feet.
You know what, man? Dr. Sanders, stop playing. You know you can do a whole lot of things with some feet.
I know. But I'm like, dude, it's so this.
With some feet now.
Look, Lady V. He said, "Well, I want to introduce you to my parents. Your parents." And they were nice, older couple. They were in their 70s then. They probably dead by now. And I said, "I'm glad to meet you." But why? I said, you don't even met my children. He's like, "Yeah, but I just want to know if you have some more kids, because I at least want 2. I want to get married, but I also want to treat your feet with love and kindness." Those were his exact words. All he talked about was feet.
Something else. Let me say this, and I want to, because I didn't say this. I want these young women to understand something. Them younger men will get them a older woman and stay there. So stop thinking you're a woman a little older. Because some of these older women, they got their body tight and they got their poo right. And some of them young men go lay up, go lay up the Bertha. Go lay up the Bertha and you can stay there, okay? Because Bertha gonna make sure he's good. She gonna take care of him. And listen, Bertha Bertha was making babies for your mammy had babies, okay? So Bertha knows some tricks. Bertha can teach you some stuff. She knows where his G spot is at. She knows how to play with it. She knows how to, love them, rub them, and lay them down. And guess what? She ain't taking no prisoners. I'm telling you. So y'all stop thinking that just because these women are a little older, because especially the ones that's out there giving you a run for your money, when they belly just as flat as yours, they got them breasts sticking up just like yours. The only thing that's different between some of the older women and the younger women is that they ain't out there so ratchet with it. So I'm just saying, just like a young woman can get boned by an older man. It's a young man right now. It's a young, nice-looking man right now looking for him a cougar so he can go and lay up and she can go ahead and give him some of that good.
She telling the truth.
I just want to say that.
You know what? But I agree with Vera. She is so right.
Hiding up on their backstroke.
Listen, y'all.
And Granny done turned him out and showing him some things that he ain't never had.
He ain't never seen before.
Like, what? Like, wait a minute. You touching me in some spots I didn't even know I had. Yeah, I know you already had them, but look, I get you, look. What Granny doing? Y'all better stop playing.
Yeah.
And she ain't old and decrepit either.
Yeah.
No, because wait a minute, Granny still got it going on. Granny out there, you really Granny. Because Granny, you and Granny next to some of them young ones, and Granny, what? Granny got her poo nanny popping too now. Stop playing with Granny.
Just still go with it.
Yeah, that's true. Listen,
it's the truth, but this is the thing.
Listen.
They call it sugar mamas now.
Oh yeah, but listen, one thing about an older woman, she gonna have that meal ready, run your bath water. She know what to do. She knows what to do. She know what to do. So y'all young ladies, don't think that you got them flat stomachs and them round hips and big old booty. That don't get it all the time. Because some of y'all don't even know how to keep yourself clean down there. No. I got to tell the truth and shame the devil. I'm telling you. You just don't. You don't know how to properly keep yourself clean. Go ahead, sister.
Let me tell you this.
And let me tell you something. You know what I'm saying about Brandy may know how to use them pinball balls and know how to go in and grab that thing and talk to it. See, some of these people they ain't up on having a snapper. You know, they a lot of old school women understand how to use the pinball balls and they go in and messing with these men. You know, especially young men. They ain't used to nobody, sucking them up and grabbing them up and they looking like, wait a minute now, what kind of muscles you got down there? So I'm telling you,
it's a difference between what a granny would do and a hoe.
Big difference.
It's the truth. Because let me tell you something. Listen, we're grown, right? We can talk. See, those women, experienced women, know how to get a man off with the testicles and everything. They know what to do.
They know what to do.
These young girls don't get it.
They don't get it. They don't get it.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
They can sit up and very loud.
Yeah, but it's the truth.
Men, but see the thing about it, when they the young girls get old, when they're young and they mess with the older guys, they get tired. They don't know what else to do anymore. And so it becomes no longer a fantasy. But see, he'll put all that money into it because first thing he'll tell you, I paid for what you giving me and I gave more. So you got to give it back to me. But see, what these older men, they'll realize you got your little baby. They ain't gonna do nothing but crying and whining pee. That's it. That's all. You got somebody in this.
And like Martin said, they ain't got no conversation formed. Go on, give me some of that stuff and go about your business. And now, again, there are some young women, because I ain't throwing no shade nowhere. Only thing I'm doing is just kind of uncovering it, because I ain't got no shade. However it goes. But That's all some of them young women want. They like, okay, I don't want them nowhere. You can take your behind on back home to your wife, to your baby, whatever you got. Give me what I want. I'm gonna give you what you want. We ain't got no strings attached, and I'll see you when I see you. Wednesday at 3 o'clock, I'll meet you there. whatever.
Room 609.
Hello, room 107.
Room 609.
Listen, you can't get it no clearer than this. This is clear. This is clear. This is adult content, but this is real, people. We laughing and joking, but people, this is dead serious. When you hear Vera and Dr. Sanders, this is serious. You're talking about people that have been married for years, experienced, got babies, grown-ups, their grandmamas now. Listen, they know this is real out here. Trust me, it's real out here. I tell you, it is real. And I'm going to tell you, listen. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead, Vera.
You know what, Martin? And you said because it's real. And I want to throw this out there. Why? Meet your husbands at the hotel too. You know, so just because Martin, you said something key. You got to do just as more to keep and husbands, same with husbands, but especially women. Especially women. You can't get married to somebody and think that just because y'all married that you got them. You constantly got to keep your game up. You
come on.
Your game up. I'm talking about it all the time.
Right.
And keep them chasing too. You know, give them the attitude. Okay, you know what? You may have been checking out, but I bet you I'm checking in. You know, you got to listen. I'm just saying, you know, it is what it
Vera,
is.
and you know what? Add on to what you said. However, you got to have these conversations before you say I do. Because you need to know where each other's levels are. Because if you got a wife that is constantly horny and needy, you got to do what you got to do to keep her. I'm just being real.
That's so true.
What it is.
That's what it is.
If you don't do that, and then you put demands on her, well, if you don't do what I tell you to do, I'm turned off. But guess what? What did he say? The late Johnny Taylor say, Joey's got your girl and gone, and ain't no system going on. You don't punish her because that's what you want to do. You don't punish her. When you punish her, one thing, especially when you're married, the Bible says you both belong to each other. But if you punish one because of your belief, you're already messing your marriage up. Therefore, guess what? She gonna look or he gonna look. And trust me, somebody gonna come with something bigger than what you were giving her in the first place. And it ain't got to be no money. It's how you lay it down.
Yeah, that's it. Because, hey, just like I said, women got needs, men got needs as well, too. So, y'all, listen, you heard the lady yesterday. She said, hey, that her husband friend came over and listened to her reading her poetry. And, you know, he played the role, too. And before you know it, it took him 2 years, she said, he was in that bedroom. And she said it was good at that, too. I mean, she said she kept it 100% real, you know, and it can happen, people. It can happen. So we have to keep that little spice in our relationship, because if we don't, man, listen, you're going to see your husband over there or your boyfriend over there on hosted somewhere getting one of them trainee girls, because them T girls, them T girls going to know, they know what to do. I tell you. And the first thing he get busted, oh, I didn't know. No, you knew, Negro. You knew. You know. Come on, man. You know, you just got caught. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised. And I'm gonna tell you. Go ahead, sister. Go ahead.
In the religious world, because I had a friend that experienced with the man that picked up in a city place. Not on the corners, not like that, in a regular place. And this man had his sexual desires, and she's like, well, he let me stay in his apartment. She said, but all he wanted to do was screw. And the man was married. He took his ring off, cleaned out everything in his apartment. Because I asked her, I said, did he have a wedding ring on his finger? She said, no. I said, did you see any wedding pictures around the house? She said, no. They look like a basketball player. Well, some of these men, Martin, back to fantasies, they would sleep with women outside while their wife is gone and pretend that they live in a single life. Martin, you know they do.
Yes, they do.
You know they do.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
And then they turn around and bust up somebody else's marriage. I mean, this is reality. And see, a lot of these men want to be kept.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be kept because they have sexual addiction.
Mm-hmm.
They do. They have sexual addiction. They can't stop scrolling. They'll never get. No one can satisfy it. They can get married and still be horny.
Still, and listen, that's the truth. And I'm gonna tell you, and see, sometimes the woman blame herself. Well, I'm not satisfied. Why does he keep going outside the marriage? It ain't that you're not performing your wifely duties and all that. He just listen. That's his desire. That's his passion in him. You know, I said a long time ago, Vera. You remember when I said, Vera, a lustful man is like you got a pitcher of water and you got a glass with no bottom, and you just keep pouring that water in that glass. It'll never fill up. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you pay all the bills. I don't care if you submissive. I don't care if you never cheat. If that spirit is in his heart, nothing you can do about it. That's between him and God. God gonna have to take that up out of him. Nothing you can do about it.
I remember you said that. That was one of the most powerful and profound statements I ever heard you make, because it was so on point. And that's why I always try to tell women, because they always so, oh, you must not be taking care of home. If a man, just because a man go run out in the street, that don't mean that his wife ain't taking care of home. That's why he runs out, because he ain't stupid.
That's right.
But but some men just they can't get enough. They gotta have it. They are in their selfish.
They want variety.
Ways, and that's okay.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. But like Vera said, like Vera said earlier, go ahead, Dr.
A man can kiss my woman. When that young person told me, she said he couldn't even perform well enough because his penis was the size of a baby.
And listen, and all the time I hear women talk about that is when they get mad at the man. But it is true, you know, it's true.
No, but there's some men that walk around here with wieners.
Yeah. But hey, them the ones that listen, Dr. Sanders. Go ahead. Go ahead, my dear sister.
Can I intervene on that?
I said, go ahead.
In my younger days, I had one like that. And you know what? I put him out. I was like, get up. I gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. He's like, what is the problem? I said, you already knew what was the problem. You knew. Yeah, but hey, I'm just telling the truth and saying it out.
Yeah. Brothers, we're sorry. If
Willie know how to do some more things, is more to a man than the size of his penis. Because the only thing that's irritating is for a man to have a small penis and be in denial about it and not get other toys and techniques and have other skill sets to, kind of back him up. So as long as he know he ain't rocking in that department, but he got other things to back it up, a woman would stay with him. Because size it is what it is. You got some women that just want an average penis. They don't want all that big old ridiculous penis going inside them.
Messing up the insides.
And then you got some women that's all they want. They want this, but don't everybody want that?
That's right. Different strokes for different folks.
Realize that all that ain't good for them in the long run. Now I'm trying to, remember that I can't be too. That's why I'm about to get off this phone, so I don't say too much. But it is what it is. And again, I'm not judging nobody one way or the other. It is what it is. But with that being said, good night, y'all. I'm gonna listen in.
Good night.
Keep my mouth closed.
Okay. Good night. And these are fantasies, people. Different fantasies that people have, fetishes and fantasies. And hey, you got some people like having sex in the car. They wanna give the driver oral while they driving, while the person driving. It's different strokes for different folks, and it goes on. Who was it? They said Teddy Pendergraft he was in an accident because of it was a transgender that gave him oral or something. That's what they say. And I don't know how true that is, but that's what they say. So people, it's real out here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I remember this when this guy dead now, but this guy would always talk crazy, but he would say that his penis was so large and long that one woman he had sex with told him that she can feel it in her bladder. I said, you know what? He dead now. And I said, so you really think you glorify yourself like that? And he was a crackhead at that. He did. He glorified himself. But he didn't mind talking about it because that's what he would say women would say. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't even want to try no way because I don't like you like that. But he was just saying that that's what women would tell him. My thing is with these older guys, Martin, and I'm just going to be straight up to you. First of all, when you get 50 and they 20, look at the age difference. You get 60 and they get 30. Look at the age difference. They get 70 and they get 40. Look at the age difference. They get 80. They get 50. What do you actually think to marry these young girls for?
Mm-hmm.
Because they can find ways to get money and buy their own stuff. But when your money run out, your penis is not going to carry over.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't going to carry over. And then when you have an adult conversation, they're not going to comprehend what you're talking about because you have nothing in common.
Mm-hmm.
Just fun. The bedroom action, or you laying in the car with him, or you in the truck with him and you doing whatever, and you get him off or whatever, he barely can skeet out. I'm just being honest. I didn't heard people talk. But that's the truth. Because you in the church world, it's rapid. It's rapid.
Yeah, it's everywhere. I'm seeing everywhere.
It's rapid. Because most of these chicks they marry are younger than they are.
Yeah. We got another caller.
They
We got another caller, 219 number. Hey, caller, where you calling from? Caller.
Hey, I'm calling from. Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, I'm here. Go ahead.
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, I'm calling from Valparaiso, Indiana.
Okay. What you got to say? I'm interested. Now, first, let me get you a test first. You're not no minor, are you? You're not no minor, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I like it, but I'm not.
Okay,
no,
go ahead.
I'm 50.
Okay, all right, you good. You good. Come on with it.
Okay, I'm just like, so if a man has a fantasy of having two women, I just want to see what people feel about that.
Okay, I'll give you my comment. I'll give you my comment. I definitely listen. I'll tell you this.
Okay.
You got some men have a fantasy that they want twins. You got some men that have fantasy they want the mom and daughter. You got some men that have fantasy that they want sisters. So it depends on the man. So it's wrong, but it's a fantasy. So in my book, when I was coming up, I had twos. Hey, it is what it is. Was it right? I said no. Was it right? But it just, it's a man. Now, I have a problem. I'm at the age now that I can't invite no other person in my bedroom. I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? That's not me. I mean, if you'd have called me in my younger years, yeah. But now, no. Sex will take you out of here. That's my thing. That's my take on it. I'll let somebody else talk about it. Go ahead.
Yeah. Don't you think though that at 50 years old that should be something that's behind you?
Yes.
That is a fantasy.
Yes.
That fantasy is done. And should the woman that's in love with a man, should they accept that or not accept it?
Woo, you know what? Listen, I'm gonna tell you just like this. When I do relationship talks and people come to me in private and tell me about their loved one, somebody making too much noise in the background. I didn't put y'all together and I ain't gonna break you up. That's what I tell you. Now I'll just say what I would do. That's what I would say what I would do. Now, if I got a young lady, I might just say like, suppose I'm dating a young lady and she like both sex. Okay. Now, I have to give her an ultimatum. I said, now listen, now I can compete with another man, but I can't compete with no woman. Now, I'm not willing to share you. I'm not sharing you with nobody. Now, if I got to share you, we can't deal. We can't deal. Now, some people,
Exactly.
some people now, some people.
Thank you.
Hey, that's just me. I'm at that age now. I ain't got to share nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's too late in the game. It's too late in the game for me. You know, hey, it's too late in the game. Too much going on out here. It's too much going on out here, and I love myself. You know, I love myself.
Too much to share. Too much to share.
Yeah. That's over with. Them sharing days over with. That's it.
But some of you guys sometimes have to.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember on was it Gunsmoke?
Yeah.
The movie. There was an episode called An Old Fool, where he was so infatuated by this young girl, and he was just, oh, I'm leaving my wife. I actually got the movie here, and then the girl started seeing him differently, and she didn't want him, and then he was, come trying to get back to his wife. She said, yeah, an old fool. Don't be an old fool. Yeah. Don't be an old fool. Because, she said, I look like this and I look like that and whatnot. Because she's telling you what you want to hear. But see, at the end of the day, she ain't going to cook. She's not going to clean. She's not going to wash her clothes. She going to have you going to do I'm guaranteeing. Because you think that you got somebody that's young. But see, this is the thing about it. This is why the Bible says a man that findeth a wife finds a good thing. Not a man that finds a young child or a teenager or a teenager. It says a wife. There's a difference than all the fantasy. Because wives fulfill all those, at least they're supposed to fulfill all those areas. But sometimes some men don't know what a wife really is.
But they're not looking for that, Dr. Sands. A lot of these men, they just want to have fun. They want to get them money and send you on your way. They're not looking for. They're going to go home and entertain their wife and their children. Yeah. They want to do yeah, that's it. Yeah. I mean, you got some women. You got some women right now that's probably listening to this live right now. Only date married men. They only date married men. That's you got people. We call them home wreckers. They know they role. They know that to call a certain time. Seriously, y'all laughing, but you got some women that's probably on this live. They only date married women. That's what they like. Yeah, that's what they like.
Well, because they get their connections. There's no connection.
Right. I got another question. Can I do one more?
Yeah, go ahead. Answer the question. Go ahead. Ask us.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm listening. Ask the question.
The next question would be that, so say a guy or a man and a woman have been seeing each other for 2 years, but the woman is still legally married, but going through the process of leaving her husband. What kind of advice would you give to that person?
Ooh, that's a good. We had something like that last night.
To that person.
I could talk on that one though. I'll say that. Doc said, you want to go first, or want me to go first? Okay. Well, listen. I'm gonna tell you that. Let me tell you this game. I'm gonna tell you the game. This is a game where men play, especially married men that's mess with the side piece. I'm gonna leave that woman alone. We going through a divorce and all that, and they be lying. They just having fun. They keep prolonging. We're in court. Right now. She won't divorce me. Listen. If that man ain't divorced that woman no time, he ain't got no plan on divorce. He doing what he want to do. And trust me, and if you dating somebody that's already legally married and they're not trying to get divorced, you wasting your time. You're just wasting your time. I mean, you might love them. They might be a good person. You wasting time. They have to really straighten up that first before they start, dating and all that. And I understand that. Nobody want to be alone and all that, but that's not cool because you investing in something that it can't never be if you're looking for marriage. Now, if you're just looking just to have fun, and that is different. But if you're looking to be with this person for the rest of your life and you would love for both of you guys to be married, yeah, it's something wrong with that. If you don't, or he or she don't take care of it. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so like you're basically saying that the woman should take care of that situation.
Yeah, because you don't want to see it's right.
Now sometimes, let me say this. Sometimes the process, they're in the middle of the process, and depending on how the court is and things like that, if they're not together in the same dwelling domain, and they moved on and he moved on or whatever, you still taking a chance because they can still reconcile. That's a trick. That's catch-22. They can still try to reconcile. But if you're dealing with somebody, and see, some men, they'll do this. If they don't want to be with their woman, they'll find a way, disappear, and they'll hook up with another woman, and then hurry up and marry a new woman because they overstate lines. A lot of guys play those games too. Those are narcissists who didn't do that. You understand what I'm saying? So you can't put your hopes into something because people can be in court, and can be waiting a certain amount of time. It all depends on if they got a lot of assets tied up into stuff, and things like that, and stuff can end up, they'll come back to you. It's a tricky situation. So if she got finished, she would not allow herself to be endured with playing the waiting game. Because sometimes divorce, I remember, yeah, my ex-husband, he filed for divorce on me and had me served. And it took him all of about 2.5 years because what he did, he got old girl pregnant. When he got her pregnant, while we were still married, he was still trying to come back home. And I said, oh, no. If I take you back, you got to be on the couch for about 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 years. Because I don't know what demons she got that she didn't inherit it. And then offered you, and you go, no, there's too many demons. And so when she lost that baby. She turned around and she got pregnant again. She was going to expose him. You see what I'm saying? So he quickly had to bypass all of what we had tied up into the marriage because if he had not done that, she would expose him.
So the situation I have, or with who I'm talking, the couple that I'm talking about, I do think they both love each other very much, and I do believe that woman is going to leave her husband because she does love him. It's just a slow process because her husband is sick. So I do think that can work out still. Am I wrong for thinking that?
Not really wrong. I mean,
you think?
I would say.
You say now she's gonna leave. She's gonna leave her husband. Is that what you say?
Yes, she is, and she's actually the couple been together 2 years. Not the couple that are not the married couple. The married couple has been together 27 years, but the couple that are together now have been together 2 years, and she's getting a divorce.
Okay, is she living with her husband now? Are they still in the same house?
They're in the same house, but they don't really have much communication.
Oh wow, that's risky. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's risky.
So they're in the same house. They sleeping in the same. They're not sleeping in the same bed, are they?
No.
So they live in different rooms in the house.
Wow,
that's a dangerous thing because
that's crazy. That's
real dangerous.
That's scary there because men. You got some men out here. Let me just say this: you got some men out here. They don't want you, and they don't want to see you with nobody else. They'll kill you, then turn the gun on themselves. You got some men out here suicidal. And you got some men out here like I'd invested all these years in you, and you did, and they feel betrayed. They'll do something to you, and vice versa. And it's a dangerous game. It's a dangerous game. Some people and right around it's a dangerous game. It's like a Russian roulette because all it takes somebody to snap. Because men, see, we can't accept a woman going out sleeping on us, but women are more apt to accept us going out sleeping with another woman, and that's a double standard. But men, when we get mad and ugly, we get ugly. Yeah, it is a double standard. It is. Yeah. So I'm just telling you the truth. So that's a dangerous game there. I'm telling you, because you got a lot of people.
I'm gonna tell you this. I know that if you know that the relationship is going to end and there is nothing else and you don't care, if you want to, and I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying this happens. A lot of times they'll end up having their relationship outside of the marriage without involving anybody and not letting nobody come over or call or none of that because they don't want to get involved. I've seen that happen. And that's a dangerous game. I remember this chick that I used to work with back in the 80s, and they called her Betty Boop. The reason why they called her Betty Boop because she had a big fat booty, and she was dealing with a man that was married, and he was 58 years old. I'm serious. And she would talk so openly about the relationship. And I said, well, does he have a wife? Yeah, but I don't care. I said, so if she comes and whoop your behind, she's not going to whoop my behind because I get what I want to get from him. And after I'm done with him, I send him back home.
I got you.
Oh, yeah. There's some scandalous little heifers like that. And I said, well, you know what? And I told her, and she never liked me since then. I said, you would get sued because a woman is called palimony. You want my husband bad enough, baby, you got to pay me. And she ain't coming for no $200. She gonna sue you for everything you got: property, car, cash, stock, whatever you got.
Yes, I think the best solution to that is to get the divorce fast.
Yeah, I'm serious. Move them out.
Yeah, because that can be a domestic gone bad.
Yes, gone bad.
That has potential. All right, people, 872. We're gonna take one more call to people, and I'm gonna end it tonight. 872-299. You can stay on if you want to. Okay, you're welcome.
Take care, Rainbow.
299.
She's so cute.
872-299. 0808.
You will.
Call in.
All right, I like that.
Call in, people. We're getting ready to end this session. We've been on here like an hour and 12 minutes. I think we can.
Where are the men that I want to see? I want to hear the men come on here to rebuttal. That's what I want to hear. No man. See all women. Where these brothers at? Step it up.
Yeah, where the brothers at? They've been commenting though. A lot of men have been in here commenting.
Hear the men.
Me too. I'm waiting to hear them. Y'all heard me. I said my confession.
That's right.
Where the man at?
And women have fantasies too.
A married man will go out and smash with a girlfriend, and he'll act like ain't nothing. He will act like that he don't even have a wife.
Of course.
At all.
Of course they will.
Of course. That's a part of it. They acting single. Yeah. What? Listen, I need some men to call in 872-299-0808. I need some men to call in. Grown men now. I don't need no little boys. Grown men call in.
No, I need to hear some men from the crystal blue persuasion.
Yeah. Grown men. Where the man at? Where you at? Yeah, where you at? Grown man. This is a grown man conversation, a grown woman conversation.
I found out that he had a baby on me. I wasn't even worried about it because I had moved on. Thank you. Like to get
and that's the thing because
the problem.
I just tell the truth. I have nothing to lose. Let me tell you something. I have a lot of male associates or brothers, that I know that they're good guys. Ain't nobody sleeping around, but they talk openly, and we have these adult conversations and topics. And the thing about it is that in counseling, the counselors ask a lot of these questions that Mark's talking about. he or she will ask these type of questions when marriages are in trouble. When they do independent counseling from the couple set and they do individual, they ask you these questions. What is your fantasy? Have you ever had a sexual fantasy? They ask you that. But see, what happens is the church goes taboo on those type of conversations because they don't want to talk about it. Well, if you talk about it, maybe some of the adulterated stuff that's been going on for decades and centuries, and homosexuality and all this, get all this mess out, you might could prevent a lot of things from happening. But they don't have topics like this. And a lot of times people would think, oh, you just nasty. You want to talk about nasty stuff. No, it ain't. That's why you have these souls sleeping in the next room, making plans to see us through, talking softly on the telephone. These songs are out there that tell you about what the song they say, trying to love too. Show and easy to do.
Do you know Johnny Taylor? Johnny Taylor slept with that woman for real? You never that woman for real?
He had 10 kids by one woman, and then he had another kid by they showed it on TV. He had an outside kid by somebody else that he met he was in the church with. Then he got married to somebody that had a bunch of things. He had a total of 10 kids, but they still got his estate tied up.
Yeah. He was a bad man, but yeah, I did my research on it. Yeah.
Yeah. They talked about it on BET or TV1 or one of them, but he had a bunch of kids. And all of them, you his daughter? Yeah, I'm his daughter. Because they didn't have to see, hold on, wait. Let's really talk about it. Most of these artists, Temptations, Four Tops, Johnny Taylor, Joe Tex, most of Clarence Carter, a lot of these guys back in the day had a bunch of babies by fans that they slept with.
Groupies?
Let's be honest. Because fantasy with the fans, when these men are performing, they draw a certain aura to them that attracts women. If you've seen the documentary on the Jackson 5, how many girls were flipping over the cord, jumping the cord to get to Michael Jackson, to tear off the clothes? That's a fantasy.
Fantasy.
Yeah.
Women are attracted to men that are musicians.
Yeah.
Musicians have the most babies out there because they know how to play. They're just, it's like the men in the military. They're drawn to a man in the military.
All right, ladies, we're gonna end it. We're gonna end it. Okay, we're gonna end it now because we ain't got no men calling. So
ain't no men.
Ain't no man.
Ain't no man.
Ain't no man.
Call in,
Have a
man.
great night.
All right, good night, guys. All right, people. I want to thank all my panel for tuning in and came in, and thank all the ones in the messenger. We're going to shut it down. I'm hoping that this was a learning lesson for a lot of us. I appreciate you guys for tuning in, for taking a little small window of your time, listening, driving at work, or whatever you may be at. Argue with your husband. Hey, I got to listen to Martin live now. But I appreciate you. Don't get in trouble. You can always go back and rewind and listen to it. So thank you again, Dr. Sanders, my sister. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right. Good night. I'm out of here, y'all. I'm out of here.
Live,
Uncut.
unedited. Live, uncut, unedited.